Okay, perfect. Harish, can you hear us? Hello? I think.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Thank you for coming
what's
here.
up,
Hello.
man?
Yeah, hello. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's been a long time since I used Zoom. Just a minute. I'm trying
Me
to
too.
start my video.
Me too,
Yeah.
man. Me too.
It's been one and a
We're
half years for me.
this is one of the good habits that came out of COVID, I guess. We had to get something good out of it,
Yeah.
Zoom is up there.
Oh my God. Thank you. So wait, did you started making music when COVID began, right? Because technically 2021 was when COVID began. So
No, so I've been I've been doing this kind of as long as I could remember. I mean, I discovered that I had, a voice for better or worse when I was probably like 11 or 12, and
oh, for sure.
my brother he married this beautiful woman from the Philippines, and her family like loved karaoke, so they would force me to sing at these parties because they knew that I could sing, but I was like really shy. So honestly, I discovered it over karaoke, so it was
Oh my
not as cool
God.
of a story. Yeah.
Wait, so what made you realize like guitar is like your thing though?
Just kind of how people responded when I was doing it, I guess. You know, I would play, and then like a drummer would show up or a bass player and be like, "Hey man, I really like your voice. Like, do you need a band or whatever?" And then I realized, like, I don't know, I might be a musician. And then people started enjoying it, and I was like, I feel like if people are enjoying what you do, whether no matter what it is, it might be a good sign that you should look into it a little more.
Oh my God, absolutely. Oh, by the way, guys, the event is still like you still have like 5 minutes wait to like actually begin. So this is just like
Oh,
a thing you have
hello
to.
everyone.
Oh yeah, hi.
Hey, hello.
So how are you guys? And I'm sorry, I missed everything up till now. So how did you two come to know each other? Like, how did this plan for this entire Zoom thing start?
You want
Uh,
to get that, Adarshwarya?
okay, by the way, Tushar, you didn't miss anything, okay? This is just like a casual introduction. We haven't started the
Ah,
event.
well,
So
those are the more
Yeah.
fun parts.
yeah,
This is the yoga session before we play. We're just stretching.
Yeah.
so
So,
basically, believe it or not, around 3 years ago, I made like this indie folk playlist on Spotify. And because that was about the time I just started listening to indie folk, and I was adding like a lot of artists just onto like the playlist, whatever I thought was great. And Roderick approached me like, can you add like one of these songs to my playlist if you like it? And I heard it and I was like, oh my God, he's a genius. I need him on my playlist. And I was like, okay, this is not enough. I need him to perform for people. So I was just like, let's make this something. And plus, I actually just started an organization. I don't know if you've attended any of my previous events, but like I used to organize a lot of events 1.5 years ago with like artists and things like that. And I kind of missed it. But like back then, like I was with an organization that was a little more restricted, like you can't even have like a cigarette when you're like doing this. So I was just like, you know what? Let me make this something that's more like accessible to people, and make it more casual. And I like being in control of everything, so I just started it. I mean, that's my side of the story to your product side, though. He's a genius, by the way, if I've
Oh, I
said.
love it. So, hey, for the record, I'm not paying her to say any of these things, but it's so sweet of her.
yeah, it's
You
all
would
right.
think you would think I am. You would think I am,
No,
but
no,
no.
no. You're
Very sweet. Very sweet of you, Adarsh. Yeah. So, as Adarshwarya said, you know, a big part of getting your music out there in 2023, it has a lot to do, as I'm sure we all know, with Spotify playlists and stuff, and not necessarily the major ones that a lot of people are trying to get on, but a lot of the smaller playlists that are breaking new artists. So Adishwarya is definitely included in that group of people who are creating playlists on Spotify. And when I found out about everything else she's doing with these webinars and everything, it was just a no-brainer, And yeah, it's good to be here. It'll be a good day.
It's quite fun.
Yeah, yeah. And
And
what part of India are you guys in?
oh, we're all in Bombay. I think so.
I think
Bombay.
most of us are in
Okay.
Bombay. Yeah, I think most of us are in Bombay. Is there anyone from not Bombay? Yeah? I mean, the people joining in, but hi.
Hello. My Wi-Fi is
Hey.
horrible, so I'm walking around in a park and listening to you guys. Yeah.
It's
I
not.
appreciate the dedication, man.
Yes, yes. I have
Hey,
to shut this video off because it's slowing down, so I can't hear you guys.
Oh my God, don't worry.
yeah.
Whatever's
I'm
comfortable.
using mobile data.
Whatever's comfortable for you. Also,
Yeah.
as people keep joining, I have to keep saying this. If y'all want to like drink something, a glass of wine, coffee, cigarette, just do what you want to do, okay?
Hey, this is a perfect place to drink.
Ah,
You don't
it
gotta tell me twice.
is.
But no wine for me. I prefer whiskey.
Ah, okay.
Hey, my kind of guy. You should
All
come to
right, I can
Tennessee,
get
man.
along.
On the rocks for me.
All right,
Yeah.
it's best. And what else are you guys doing, like, apart from music?
Well, me,
Um,
I don't even make music. So as for Roderick, well, he's going to speak.
hey, well, I want to hear what Audashwari is doing as well. I
No,
mean,
I
my
don't
my
want
life
to
is
subscribe.
my life is pretty cut and dry, you know, in addition to also enjoying whiskey, you know, being in Tennessee, of course, they have good whiskey out here. But in addition to music and everything, you know, music has kind of been my life for quite some time in some capacity, whether it was like bands or touring by myself, touring with a band. Um, I've done some stuff for some music for like Netflix and some different TV series over the past few years. So, you know, music is kind of all encompassing for me, to be honest. But, you know, in addition to that, Tennessee is beautiful and there's so much like wildlife out here. And after a long weekend of performing, you can always find me out on some hiking trail on a Monday morning or something, just kind of, you know, decompressing and getting back into it. So, I don't know. I'm not a really complicated guy. You know?
Do you have a marketing team yet?
My marketing team consists in my wallet of my left pocket, and that's about it.
Well, no, because nowadays, I think, as you know, with social media and other forms of marketing evolving, it's become a sort of necessity for everyone to have one. So
Yeah.
that's what I was asking, because many artists nowadays, like, either if they join an agency or if they like get scouted, or depending on, even if they're independent, many of them have these things. That's why I thought I'd check. As a mass media student, it's always happy to know more.
Yeah, no, of course. That's a great question too. So it's funny because we were talking about this just a few moments before you hopped on here, and basically what I was saying is, you know, how independent playlists on Spotify play such a big role in introducing people to new music. I mean, we're a testament to that at this exact moment, thanks to Audashwarya, you know, who she made that playlist on Spotify. What was the name of that playlist? It was indie folk
I
playlist.
think calming in. I really made that for myself. I had no idea it would go viral, honestly. I think it was
A lot
called
of people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a lot of people like it.
I think it's called
But
Calming Indie Folk. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So, you know, marketing is important. But I think a lot of time artists are chasing a team,
Hmm.
and a lot of artists don't realize that they can do a lot of that stuff themselves. And we have a lot of power with what we do with our time. I mean, perfect example, like I got some, we were talking about this a moment ago, but I got some placements for some songs that I wrote for various TV shows over the years and stuff on Netflix and random daytime television shows in Japan and just all kinds of strange things. But that was all done independently and I didn't need a team for that. And, you know, my buddy in New York City, he's an artist by the name of Des Rocks, and he gave me some great advice one day. And he told me, to just pursue independent playlists on Spotify to get added to, because that is a very easy way to get introduced to new people. And, you know, he did all that. And, you know, within 6 months, he was opening for Muse and Weezer, and he's open for the Rolling Stones now. And no one knows who he is.
Rolling
But
Stones.
I mean, a lot of people know who he is, obviously, but not like the bands he's opening for. But
Yeah,
you know what I
makes
mean?
sense.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess what I'm trying to say is like an artist can do a lot for themselves before they start signing contracts. I guess because I've had the contracts, I've done all that, but it's good to retain the power and still keep things moving. You know?
Yes. No need to sign rather restrictive contracts like in certain parts of the world. I think you might have heard of it, like in places like, say, Korea, Japan, and even in
Oh
China
yeah.
and certain places of India, depending on which industry you're working for. The contracts are horrible. Oh, literally, it's
Oh
literal
yeah.
slave labor, I would call it. Like,
Oh
you
yeah.
cannot dress the way you like, you cannot comment the way you like, you cannot break a drumstick. I swear to God. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna name any names, but I got a friend who she went out to Korea she's like in the pop world of things. She does like top 40 music kind of stuff. And she went out to do a songwriting camp in South Korea. And she told me it was like legitimately scary how much control they have over the artists down there. And like there was also an element of like organized crime being involved. It was just weird. And like, well,
South
it sounds like
Korea,
Hollywood.
South Korea is a very interesting social setup. But that is also the reason why the artists don't have that much control, because traditionally Korea has been controlled by the noble houses and now by businessmen.
Right.
And well,
Right.
you know how
Right.
corporates are. Profits. That's all
Right.
that matters.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm a free guy out here in Tennessee. I'm not very famous, but you know, the beautiful thing is you don't have to be famous to make a good living at this. You know, I
Yeah.
play every week at you know, it started off as me being on the road, and I would play all over the United States. I would always be traveling, and it was always so hard to get work in Nashville. And by work, I mean just getting asked to come back to the same venues every week, which is a thing out here, and perform
Okay.
because we have a lot of tourism. And it wasn't until I got off the road that Nashville started taking me seriously. And then they're like, "Hey, we think you're pretty good. Do you want to do this every Friday night, every Saturday, every Sunday?" You know, and I was like, "Whoa, I never thought they'd ask, but you know, give it some
But
time." That's all I got to say.
it's good to hear from you. It's very rare to get to communicate with artists like this. It was quite a fun session in itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Adarshwara, for hosting this. This is different. I love this.
It's
I
the
hope we'll
best.
be having more of these.
Sorry, I didn't more what? I didn't hear you after that.
I hope we'll be having more of these.
Oh my God, absolutely. This is just like the, and honestly, I was hoping we can be having Roderick more often too. So,
Hey, y'all got to come to Nashville. I got a couch for you.
oh my God, absolutely. When are you coming to India?
Now I'm running late for my flight. You know,
Yeah, I want to hurry up on that copy.
no, I would love to though. You know, I don't know. Just as a fan of the Beatles, like that was as a kid, that was the first intro that I had to like an idea of India. Just, you know, because we're so far away, but you know, not really. You know,
Why?
especially nowadays. So I'd love to though.
You should totally come here. Like, honestly, I was obsessed with the videos too. Like, I went to this place and it's called Rishikesh. It's in India. Like, there's like this Beatles cave there, and
Oh
I
wow,
yeah, I literally took a flight there, and I was like, I have to go. Like,
wow.
that's what the Beatles do. So,
What's that place called?
Rishikesh. I think it's in Uttarakhand.
Yeah.
Rashika. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to look that up. Yeah, I love
The
learning new
Beatles
facts
had
like
gone there for some spiritual retreat. I forgot exactly what exact. But they'd gone there. They were living with some Baba or something.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
weird.
Rishikesh is
yeah,
very
yeah.
spiritually, yeah, like thing place. So I'm not sure what the story is. I don't know why the Beatles cave is there, but I just went. So
Well, it was a
Yeah,
messed up world back then. Still is, but back then they were people were getting drafted and sent to war.
yeah,
So
yeah. They were trying to look for a different answer to all the tension in the world, I guess, you know, similar to where we're back at right now, I guess, you know.
I guess, but people are much more, shall I say, they have a much more zero-sum mentality now because everybody understands that you can't really do much, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
In those days, artists really had power.
Yeah,
They could
you
sway
know,
millions. Continue,
I
please continue.
yeah, just along with that thought, I've had a lot of friends, especially on the West Coast. I got to meet over the years a lot of people who came from the old music industry, as I would call it, you know, my first music attorney, who was handling a lot of the deals that I was signing in my early 20s, his first client was actually the Grateful Dead. I don't know if you guys know, it's a San Francisco band who
Yeah, I know.
yeah. So and then he ended up working with Santana and Aerosmith, and he would just tell me about the music industry then versus now, and how people took chances on talent back then. And nowadays people look at algorithms. And I mean, I've had meetings with people at Universal Music in the past couple of years, and they told me straight up that they don't even care what the music sounds like, as long as the numbers online are big numbers. That's all they care about. So, we're in a different time, and it just is what it is. But talent's never going to go away.
Art will continue to change the world. I don't think that's ever gonna change. And to be very honest with you, I think it's always the underrated artists that I think are my personal favorites, including you, honestly.
Well, me too. Same thing goes for my favorite albums.
Really, what are your favorite albums? Guys, y'all can interact as well, okay? Like favorite albums, whatever. Okay, we'll start in like 2-3 minutes, okay? We can
Hi
still.
guys.
Hi,
Hi.
hi.
Hi. So whatever I've heard so far has been interesting. As one of the other friends also said, basically any form of art has been able to get people together. So
Yeah.
underrated or not, popular or not, you will continue to have your own fan following. If you are good at what you do, typically, irrespective of the state, the country, or the genre that you belong to, you'll have your own set of following. And what I have seen these days, people are not very rigid about what form of music they like. As we generally keep saying, what you like is absolutely dependent on what kind of a mood you are in. So
Yes.
you'll continue to have your own set of fan following, and typically that's what takes you further. That's the power you guys have.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what makes me so appreciative of people like Audashwaria as well, who is, she added me to that Spotify playlist, which we've talked about a little bit about this morning, or it's this morning for me, sorry, but this afternoon. Yeah. But no,
In
like
the same
last
time
night I
zone,
was driving. Last night I was driving back from a performance, and I had some time to listen to one of the playlists that I've made just of my favorite songs. And within 10 minutes, like a Foo Fighters song came on, and then right after that, an Andrea Bocelli song, which is an Italian opera singer, came on after. So
yeah.
then after that, it was like Black Sabbath or something. So it's like, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Like, that's one of the good things about like the internet, I guess, is we have access to more music than we have ever had access to at the touch of a finger.
Absolutely.
You know?
So good old days, it used to be you listen to a particular song or a form of music, and it
Yeah.
puts you in a certain kind of a mood or a feeling. Today,
Yeah.
you have the option what do you want to feel, and
Yeah.
then you pick your album or you pick your artist.
That's beautiful, man. We got to write a song together. You're inspiring me, brother. That's beautiful. No, I never thought about it like that, but we are kind of doing that, aren't we? Because, I have like ambient playlists where there's like 10 hours of music that I've chose over probably the past 10 years of just slowly discovering. And there's no singing on any of those songs, but they just make me feel a certain way. I might be like meditating or stretching or running or whatever I do, when I'm not.
It basically enhances that feeling which you already have in your heart or in your mind. It basically enhances that. So that's the reason why we like what we listen to, or why we like the kind of artists that we listen to.
Yes.
And it holds true for any form of art. Let me be very honest there. Irrespective of whatever your niche be, it takes you
Yeah.
in a different enhanced dimension of that feeling.
Man, you guys are some inspirational groups of people out here. You guys got to come to Nashville. We need you. Like people are not that deep out here.
The feeling is absolutely mutual. We
you.
draw inspirations from people like you.
Well, hey, that means a lot to me, and thank you for inspiring me. You know, as I continue to go along in this life, like everybody else, it becomes harder and harder to find inspiration the more ideas you feel like you've already tried. But, you know, sometimes it just takes a conversation or, you know, a song that is new to you or whatever it may be. So, you know, I'm right in line with that thought. That's beautiful.
Absolutely, I can't agree more. By the way, guys, if you want to drop like, you know, your favorite albums or something that inspired you, why don't you like drop it in the chat? And Roderick was also thinking he could like if there's any like song that y'all want, he could cover that too if he knows it. So
I might know it. Yeah, I might know it. So there's a playlist on floating around somewhere on Spotify. It's called Roderick August Covers. And you're more than, if you can find it, because it's not, Spotify wouldn't let me use my artist account to make a playlist for some reason. So it's still under my name, and there's a photo of me and everything. But it's not my official Spotify account. I don't know why Spotify did that, but if you can find it, it's called Roderick August Covers. You're more than welcome to
okay, wait, I'm
look
actually
at that.
now. Okay, wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm on it right now. It's not
Yeah.
on
We'll find you. We'll find you. Don't worry.
There you go. Yeah. Found me all right.
Okay, you guys, let's do
This talking's good. I gotta wake my voice up this morning, you know. We'll kind of get it going, you know. This is good. This is good.
Okay, so how about we do one thing? We'll do like a couple of songs and then more people will join in and then we can actually start like a proper interaction session where like people can interact for real and they can also ask you you know, things based on your thing.
Great.
And do you want to introduce yourself a little? I mean, honestly, we've already spoken to each other, but just like a Jim's
Yeah.
because there's a few people that just joined.
Yeah.
So
So
I start with myself if I'm allowed to.
Absolutely.
yeah.
This is Tushar here. I am from Bombay. Nowhere closer to the age range that you guys are in your 20s or early 30s. I'm somewhere nearing my 50s now. But
You sound 20.
Yeah, I'm shocked too.
I take that as a compliment and
Oh,
thank you guys again.
It's a compliment.
And I am sitting in my car, which has close to about 3,000 songs, 3 pen drives,
Nice.
1 iPod, and about 8 to 10 CDs, which
Oh,
are again
man, I love it.
picked up by me, the songs picked up by me and recorded. So that's the kind of liking that I have for music. It is one of those 3 things that I need to survive: water,
Yes.
food, and music. So that's about me in my personal side of it. As far as my profession is concerned, I run a financial services company for almost a quarter of a century now. That's
What kind
a
of
little
company?
bit about me. Financial services.
Oh, okay. Well, if I ever need you, you know, musicians don't make any money in 2023, but if I ever do, I'll call you.
Absolutely do that. And when I'm blue or something like that, I'll call you. You'll have to sing a song for me.
Yeah, you know, I got you, man. I got you. I need it like water as well, my friend. That's beautiful sentiment.
Yes.
If you all want to introduce yourself, you can do that. If you're too shy, we can do that later too. Don't worry. But don't be shy. But it's okay for shy.
You talking to me?
Talking to everyone because
No, you are supposed to be an artist for the night, you know, for the evening. You can't afford to be shy.
you kind of
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
but it's
That's
okay.
right.
This is like a very casual setting. I feel like I should introduce myself too because
Please do. We don't know you.
guys. Okay, guys, I'm Aishwarya Iyer. I am the founder of Reframing You and the organizer for this event. To be honest, I'm just giving you a like glimpse of what Reframing You is actually, because I think a lot of people still don't know what the organization is about. So basically, I wanted to focus on artists. So mainly artists, which means musicians, authors, chefs, fashion editors, anything you could possibly think of. And I wanted like a space where people are able to interact with them because that's not something people get to do, right? Like you know, they come to like live shows, they listen, or like they listen to the artist and then they leave, but like there's never this personal thing where they get to interact with the artist. And I feel
It
like
never
that's great.
creates that personal connect.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wanted people to have a platform where they get to interact with the artists. And on top of that, it's like not everyone has like the privilege to afford shows too, you know? And I know there are people out there that actually like, for example, Roderick, like we a lot of people like can't go to Nashville, but you can listen from here.
Yeah.
You can sit at home and you can
Yeah.
listen from home, right? So
Yeah.
I I obviously can do like physical webinars. It's not, I mean, it's not difficult, but like I wanted people everywhere to have access to things like this. So that was the
Beautiful.
main focus for me. And besides artists, I'm also like, you know, having a therapist, psychologist, sexologist, like any possible help that could, you know, help you grow. So art is for inspiration, therapy
Love that.
obviously for your mental health. Also like focusing a lot of like personality disorders. Like right now, if you see like on the internet, like narcissism and all of these things are like really, really like trending. And I'm giving like a platform for also victims and survivors to like actually talk. And besides that, after like for a little while, I'll also be starting like social work where you can donate for like, you know, the orphanage for people that are old but don't have homes and all of that thing, all of those things, and like pet shelters and all of those things. So it's kind of like a very big thing. I can't like categorize it into something, but yeah, my main focus is artists for sure because art's been an inspiration for me. So that's something I wanted to give back. And since I don't
You
know.
know, sorry not to
That's
interrupt, but
something.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I just wanted to respond to that with the idea of what reframing you is in that detail. I just want to say, Arushwari, it sounds, if I had to sum it up, it sounds like you really love people. You
Yeah,
know,
I do actually.
I think that's what I got out of that, because everything you
That's
mentioned
that's
is to
that's
help people.
the sense of compassion. You know, one
Yeah.
is you may feel pity, one is empathy. Uh, it only makes you feel and do nothing about it, which actually does no good to the other side of it. And when it's about compassion, you actually take efforts, whatever within your means or within your resources, to try and step out and do something for whatever your cause be. So it's absolutely something very noble that she has been doing. One side, the artist, the fun part of it, recognizing something, and the other side, whatever is that underprivileged so-called section. Uh, I'm kind of overwhelmed to hear whatever she has been doing.
Yeah,
And
me
to
too.
you, Aishwarya, I mean, I do a lot of those things myself. I write,
Oh my God,
I give
please send it over to
lectures.
please send it
So
over.
we'll need to separately connect on one-on-one basis
Let's
and
do
see
it.
what we can do together.
Perfect. Sounds great. Hit me
And
up.
I'm sure the Rotaract Club would have a lot of fun having you all over.
Oh my God, yeah, actually, okay. The thing is, I was the editor of the Road Track Club. That's how it actually began for me. But you know, like Road Track, the thing with Adish, actually, the thing with Road Track is they used to restrict to only Indians. And I was
Oh,
like, why
really?
are we doing that? Like we
I
have an
thought they expanded it.
yeah, I was the one doing it. That was the thing in the end.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I think I would agree with whatever the other person said. I'm so sorry I didn't catch your name.
Tushar.
Sure.
And Tushar, well, I think what Mr. Tushar said is quite a poignant point. And Aishwarya, that is quite a noble goal to have. I mean, I'm being very honest. If I was in your place, I wouldn't bother doing that. I'm too lazy to do that. So it's
No, I
quite a
don't.
good thing that you're willing to go ahead and do
Most of
that.
us are.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
mean,
lazy. You just lack the right companion. Trust me. The moment you have the right companion, you'll yourself jump into it.
I
Nobody's
Team.
mean,
lazy.
right
Let me tell
now
you.
the aim is just to get ahead in life,
Oh my
get something done, get a job, get a salary. That's essentially the aim
Yeah.
of most
And
people in India now.
and
So
let me tell
Yeah.
you, while you are at it, life is passing by.
yeah,
So don't miss out on that part too.
If
well,
I can
I
add
love
to that, I'm feeling more inspiration from what you guys are talking about here. When I was, as I mentioned earlier, I originally grew up in Southern California, about an hour north of Los Angeles, and it was later that I came to Nashville. But before that, where I'm from, it's it's not the California that you might be thinking of. It's a more slower part of California. There's a lot of farms. There's just really not a lot going on there, unless you're in unless you want to work in a hospital or something, which I didn't and I couldn't. So everyone around me, regardless of them believing in me and my music, everyone around me, they can only give you advice for what they know works for them. And no one thought that you could make a living as an artist where I'm from. But then I came to a different part of the country in Nashville, and it's just a normal thing. So sometimes when you take a risk on yourself and you just do what you know you're genuinely gifted with, things just have a way of working out. But it's always scary in the beginning because there is no certainty in any of this. But the only certainty that I got out of it was like, if you know you have to do something, just find a way to do it. It's a good chance it might work out.
Wise words.
The good part of anything being uncertain. The good part
What's
of
that?
anything being uncertain is everything is a possibility.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's true. That's true. I try to live like that. Sounds like you do
Don't be
too.
afraid. Don't be afraid of uncertain things.
Yeah.
Initially, this is from one of my writings. Initially, it's always about choices and preferences
Yeah,
within your comfort zone or a little beyond that, but you still have some boundaries made in your mind or maybe in your heart, which then
right.
get reduced to options. But let me tell you, my dear friend, in the end, we all are just taking chances.
Yeah,
So that's how it is. It's preferences and the choices which get reduced to options, and thereafter it's just a matter of chances. So whether it's music or your career or even your relationships, anything that you initially start with will always have a lot of ifs and buts, pros and cons, yeses and nos in your mind. But unless you indulge into it, you'll never know whether it's meant for you or not, whether it's good for you or not. Just jump. A leap of faith.
I like him. I like that. Words to live by, my friends.
Thank you so much for
That's all we
Well,
have.
this session alone has proved to be more philosophical than most of my classes.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's where I live mentally. I love
Yeah.
it.
That's what
Last,
life is about. I don't want to take away the limelight from the artist.
Oh my God, no.
Certainly don't mean to.
Not at all,
But
my
that's what
friend.
life is about.
It is.
Unless it makes it easier for to live simply,
Yeah,
not just pass through it.
no,
that's
I
right.
think the thing is, in today's world, we all have ambition to reach a certain level or reach a certain goal, which ends up in us ignoring other things in our life because we are so committed to achieving that.
Yeah,
And because
Your
our society
commitment.
is designed in such a way that if you are not like that, you are looked down upon, you're shamed because unfortunately, I don't know about the United States, but in India, it is considered a virtue to be
Yeah,
absolutely
but it
dedicated
generally
and sacrifice everything.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Avdesh, and it comes at a cost, and that cost is too much. And generally, we realize that much later in life. So
that's
it's
right.
not to say that you need not be focused or hardworking or put in your sincere efforts. You should and you would to reach wherever you need to. But also look at what is the cost you're paying for it. Is it worth it?
Yeah,
If it is
it's cost
not, don't
everything, right?
even bother as to what somebody else is thinking. You may have money in your
That's right.
wallet, you may not have money in your wallet, but you should have a life which is lively.
That's right, man. Know what matters, right? I call
Yep.
that what you mentioned earlier. People suffering from materialism. People chasing the same thing that people have been chasing for thousands of years, gold and silver. Let's get a little more advanced than that. I think it's time.
Oh my God,
But
absolutely.
the advancement has, has
So
ended up in
something.
us chasing Bitcoin. Not much difference.
Not me. I'm blissfully
Yeah,
ignorant
but
of
then
Bitcoin.
it's only
I just
no. You are blessed. You are blessed. Let me tell you, not ignorant. You are blessed.
thank you.
So what I say is, only when you lose everything that you want, you will be left with everything that you need.
That's right. I call that skimming the fat,
Don't be afraid
burning
of
the
losing.
excess. That's right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Minimalistic.
Just like my
can we have
music,
some songs
minimalistic.
and so
Okay, so
let's
we're
have
gonna start
some music coming and then we can continue with the conversation.
I was just gonna say that.
Is that okay?
Let's start with the like thing and
Certainly. Let's start with the main course.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. I'm gonna put him on spotlight so we can listen to him. Okay.
Hey, I'm on the big screen now. Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
So, this is a song called "Bring It Down." I've been having a lot of like inspiration from dreams lately, and this is one of those songs that I woke up at like 5 a.m. and I had this beautiful song playing in a little dream I was having, and I just recorded it very early one morning. It kind of went like this. It's called "Bring It Down." Midnight full steam ahead, going downtown to be found again. Side-eye glimpse of a queen waits for a man who remains unseen. Cold night, stars bright. Introduce myself, cause I wanna know. Says, well, I just met you. Something feels alright. Waiting on this corner, playing you to ride. Do this thing for me. Police took my coat, locked it in a room upstairs, and I want you to bring it down for me. You and I should feel. Bring it down for me. Window lights, second floor. Officer answers a knock on the door. Queen downstairs needs a coat. You ain't doing much, man, I can smell the smoke. He says, girl's been dead for at least 2 years and a day. I told him I just met her. She says I feel alright. Been waiting on that corner, praying you to ride. Do this thing for me. The police took my coat, locked it in a room upstairs, and I want you to bring it down for me. Down for me. Oh, I must be seeing things if this ain't real. Love, I'm knowing. Oh, what to feel. Just bring it down for me. Bring it down for me. You and I should be. Bring it down for me. Ooh, 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 ooh.
I
That's it.
loved it. I loved it. Oh my God.
Super, super,
So
super.
it's getting a little warm in my studio, but don't worry, I got my trusty sidekick. We'll be good. Which is weird because it's like really cold outside, but I have like an overly excessive heater in this house, so keeps you on your toes. Hey, everybody.
By the way, guys,
That
I
was
just
good.
wanted to point
Bring
out
it down and keep it coming.
I'm so sorry, Tusha. What were you saying? Please keep going. I'm so sorry.
I said, bring it down and keep it coming.
I like that. Hey, it's my new songwriting buddy right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one more for you guys if that's okay. This one's
Absolutely.
it's a new one. It's already been recorded, just not released. So
We
I
are
have
the
the same
privileged
habit of
ones
men.
to.
Okay, guys, we have an unreleased song coming up. Yay, let's go.
It's called "If It Gets You Low." Destiny is left, cold man's passion, stoking up the evening news. No one's feeling good. How much do we owe you now? Left him out of garden, calls your daughter names to make a father scream. It's all okay, get your way, ponder over what that means. Oh, tear the lights down, down. Oh, come will be found. Loves to count his money, can't just slipped away, never had a price to pay. And he can't seem to argue with grace or love. Smile is just a cold face. Laughing at the mess, check your glass. See him what we not all to see. And the proud get told to give their soul for the life that they don't want to leave. Guess I'll go head out, never catch me now, won't be like here now, wait till dawn, dawn. And all we hear is covered in thorns. Close your ears if it gets you low. If it gets you low. Who are my friends starting fresh? No town to leave, I guess. Somebody is always out to kill your star. Love is my call, hold the applause. Don't make me a legend, call me a god. Crazy in the street, I'm crazy on my feet, and it's all in my head. I feel low. Go, I guess I'll go. Head out, never catch. Me now won't be like here now. Wait till dawn, dawn. And all we hear is covered in thorns. Close your ears if it gets too low. If it gets too low. Oh yeah. Don't let it get you low. If it gets you low. Thanks, y'all.
Fantastic.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I
Thank
can't believe
you.
I
Thank
got an
you.
unreleased one.
Thanks, guys. Sun's coming up now. I think my voice might be kind of warmed up at this point. We're gonna keep it going.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, I'll leave it up to you guys now. Whatever you want.
If you're happening like something you want him to perform, something that he knows, just drop it. And if you want to ask him any personal questions as well, you can do that. I
We can get super personal.
actually there are two people that for some reason I think Adish is also not in the webinar. I think the internet went low, but I was asked to ask two questions.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So and if you all have any questions, you can ask him. But because Adish is not here, I would like.
You can ask him. You can ask him on his behalf.
You
Okay.
can ask. I
Adish
might
is-
answer.
And there was one more person who actually texted me something here. Okay, so
Personally invasive questions only. That's my only rule. Okay?
so one
So
question.
who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? So in terms of an artist.
Right now, it changes depending on what's out. Right now, though, I think for the past year, I've been a big fan of what Florence and the Machine has been doing. I've been a big fan of what Coldplay has been doing. I've been a big fan of what Arcade Fire has been doing. Those are just a few bands, but Gregory Alan Isakov is kind of a main staple of inspiration. He's a lesser known singer songwriter. Otter Schwadia knows him, but yeah, those are kind of like who I listen to semi regularly. Bruce Springsteen is another name that comes up probably quite a bit for me.
I was coming to that. I mean, somebody from the 80s.
Yeah, who's that?
So Bruce Springsteen is yes.
Yeah.
We've grown up
listening
to Michael Bolton, Bruce Springsteen, and Chris DeBerg, Phil Collins. Some of the legends that I have grown up listening to.
Oh my God, Phil Collins is just such a big inspiration for me. Oh my God.
Legends, absolute legends. Yeah, big fan. Even going back to like his band Genesis and all that stuff, man.
Genesis,
Yeah.
Do you remember? Did you remember when we were kids and he did the Tarzan soundtrack for Disney? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. So
hey, we got a request. What was that? Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd. Is that right?
Yep.
I can do that.
Yeah. We love Pink Floyd. Love that. Okay. We have a special song. Let's go.
Yeah, if you guys want me, I just got a request. So if you guys want, I'm happy to play it. Let's see.
Also can't forget ABBA for me. Honestly, can't.
ABBA's great.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, they've been a big influence on Arcade Fire. If you listen to Arcade Fire's song "Everything Now," that was very heavily influenced by ABBA. You can kind of hear it on the strings, But anyways, do you guys want me to do that cover that was requested, or what do you say? I'll do whatever. I'll stand on my head, whatever.
No, let's go ahead and let's go perform that. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field, a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to train your heroes goals? Hot out the trees, warm air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change. You exchange, walk on part in the wall, lead a role in a cage. Wish you were here. Now wish you were. I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls in a fishbowl. Year after year, running over the same old ground. Have we found the same old fears? I wish you were here. Oh, I wish you were here. I wish you were. Hey,
Oh, thank you for that.
We,
Oh
we, we,
my
we
love me
wish
some
well,
Pink Floyd.
God. I love Pink Floyd. I love Pink Floyd. Oh my God.
Yeah,
we
love me
wish
some
you
Pink
were
Floyd.
here.
I would. Hey, the feeling's mutual, my friend. Yeah, yo, I'm serious, man. I don't know if you guys ever get a chance to come out this way. Just skip Los Angeles and come straight to Nashville, okay?
I'm definitely
I know.
coming.
I mean, which way do they fly? So if you were to take a trip from where you guys are in the Mumbai area, India, do you come through on the East Coast or the West Coast? Because I feel like you're at the
So
right distance where you.
all the way the on the complete
What was
other.
that?
We'll have to complete like go towards the west. The east would
Or you
be.
probably just go over like the Arctic or something, right? That's probably shorter. I don't know.
So we'll
I
have
got to
to
figure
like
this stuff
travel
out.
the other end because you can't travel the other way around. So we have to go
Yeah.
the exact. That's why I think the age gap. I mean the time gap itself is like 12 hours for us too. So
Yeah, it's the biggest time gap I've ever played for. This is great. I'm having a blast.
oh my God. But I love it.
So are we.
Well, thank you.
Vishal
This
had like
is a different kind of an experience.
oh my God. Thank you for being here. It means
Yeah. Hey, happy to do it. Happy to do it. You know, I used to do like morning show stuff when I was in bands, and I haven't done something this early since then. This is good. I'm a morning person, by the way. So I know it's afternoon over there. I'm naturally a morning person, but doing all these gigs downtown Nashville, it'll make you a night owl. So this is good to get back to my roots.
Oh my God.
I like the sound of birds in the morning, you know?
My God, that must be so inspiring for like your music too. Is that like what kind of setting do you usually like writing?
It's more of like where I'm at mentally, I think. As long as I feel vulnerable enough to try new ideas out, I'll just press record on my phone, and then usually a melody or something will start coming to me. And you know, I'm blessed to genuinely just love the art of recording. So I've been adding to my, my own recording setup since I was like much younger. So I have all kinds of microphones and gear and just stuff to create music with, and it's just been such a blessing to get ideas out.
Oh my God. Okay. Man, like I like connect so much with your music too. God, like he deserves so much more recognition. I'm gonna keep saying that up there, like deserves so much recognition. I don't like that.
Some of the best performances come out of
Was that sorry, I'm just gonna tune
uh,
while you talk. I'm listening. I'm just gonna tune while you talk. Go ahead.
yeah. I was saying some of the best performances or the melodies come out when they are absolutely spontaneous.
Yeah, I mean, I just try to be ready for the moment. I heard Paul McCartney say something once in an interview, and a lot of artists do this, but when the inspiration hits, it's, if you're able to, just kind of stop what you're doing for a moment and get the idea down, whether it's on your phone or whatever, because no matter how good you think you are, good songs are rare, and it's good to be available when those songs hit, so you can remember them, I guess, you know.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Okay. We have to. Okay. So what are we playing? Phil Collins? Are we playing? Oh, Pittsburgh. Okay. Love.
So what do you say, Adarshwarya?
You tell me what are you going to play?
So this, I'll do a song that I recently released. This is called "Safe with the Night,"
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah. Maybe some people know it. I know Adarshwarya does, and you know it's beautiful. I hope everyone else goes and gives it a listen. It's on Spotify and iTunes right now. It's again, if you're just joining, hey everybody, my name's Roderick. Nice to meet you.
Yay.
This song's called "Safe with the Night." I'm going to try it out for you guys now. Whatever happened to true photo booths full in with fools? And I know it's cruel, but we'd be remiss to not call it like it is. Safe with the night, tuck in the light, send them to bed. Your favorite shows on to drown out the storm. Let it all in. I read something today, it's factual, I'd say. Would you like to take a look? He says I'm alright, home every night, with the echo in my head. To stay here tonight, will we be alright without our medicine? The sun's my enemy, screw vitamin D. I want it for rent. My temple's at home, I worship alone, and I binge through my faith. Safe here tonight, tired to fight, so I'll mail it in. The anchor's no anchor, you're far out at sea, refusing to swim. My temple's at home, I worship alone, and I binge through my faith. To stay with the night, too tired to fight, so I'll mail it in. The anchor's no anchor, you're far out at sea, refusing to swim. Refusing to swim. Oh. Refusing to swim. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. I think this is
Thank
perfect
you.
for you, actually.
Thank you. Let's save with the night.
Oh my God, it's absolutely fantastic.
Feeling safer already.
Hey, good. That doing my job. Yeah, that song was just kind of it was like my, you know, every artist at this point has their kind of kind of COVID song, I guess. You know, their take on just things, and that song was just basically like me looking at the world and being like, you know, medicine's good. There's nothing wrong with medicine, but we should be telling people to eat healthy too. You know, we should be telling people to live healthy, you know, to not just shoot their bodies up with junk and then take a pill for it, you know. So that was kind of my take on just where we're at, like with everything, you know. It's called Safe with the Night. Yeah, I encourage you guys to go check out the lyrics and everything. I posted them on my IG wall over on Instagram. So
I will be posting it on the group, posting it like on my story now, and with a glimpse of these things that people get to see it as well. Uh, we do have another 5 minutes. Actually, like there are like people like struggling to kind of join for some internet reason. I think this is one problem that comes with
it's
Zoom.
always internet. Yeah,
Yeah,
every time, but that's okay. You know,
but this poor guy is trying to enter and he leaves, and he enters and he leaves again. Um, okay, but if you all have any questions or any last song requests, I think Tushar had like a Phil Collins request as well. And if you could play one Gregory song, that'd be really nice. Any
haven't rehearsed anything by him yet.
okay, let's
Yeah.
do Phil Collins in that case. Whatever you feel like doing. Anything that inspired you.
Okay. Let's see if I remember this Gregory Alan East Coast song. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to mess up Gregory's music if I'm not ready. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, don't
But,
know. It's like, how about we do okay, something that means a lot to you. Any song that means a lot to you. Let's end it with that.
Sure. Yeah, sure. The song's called Better Make Hay. It's about doing the most you can with the time we're given, I guess, you know. I left a hotel light. The lamp was dry, cried out the sky. We had a plan, it's gone. Some weeks seem take long. Weeks don't take too long. Don't be long. Sad face now. The bruise on my skin is taking your place. So you won't have to feel it. Pain in this world. There's darkness behind us. Color my world. My world is fighting in the darkness. Make it right, make it right. There's time for us to be honest. Many times do I tell you, don't know the future, I don't know the feelings. Maybe sometime around, we'll wave our hands and both down. Hello, my friend, always a way, always a way. Got nothing to tell me. And about my fears will be okay. Better make hay. 'Cause we still have to stay till your life fades away. Fades away. They'll see your life is a poem, dead wrong. The peace and harmony forms in my mind. Laugh it off. The record is playing what I'm trying to say. You better make hay. 'Cause you still have to stay
all your life fades away.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. There's always a way.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Oh my God, thank you so
It
much.
was great. That was great. Thanks, everybody.
I'm gonna be sending all of Roderick's music on the thing, and I will
Please
send
do.
like few recordings because a lot of people couldn't make it, but tried to make it. So
That's
I will
okay. The
send
spirit that
I
counts.
will send a thing on the group. Um, and I can't thank you enough for being here today, Roderick, and everyone who came. Thank you so much for coming here today. It meant
Thanks for having me. And nice to meet everybody who I was able to talk to earlier. Really nice to meet you. And yeah, RoderickAugust.com. Thanks for listening, everybody. And thanks for having me, Audishwarya. Really
Oh my
appreciate
God.
it.
Okay, I'll be sending his website too. Please check on his Spotify thing. Please check out his music. It's brilliant. And thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you, Roderick, and thank you, Aishwarya.
Bye.
Thank you to
Okay,
you.
thanks.
Rashad. Thanks, you guys.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.